Hazrat Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi says, Khalq ke daad ras, sab ke faryad ras, Khalq ke daad ras, sab ke faryad ras, kahfe roze musibat pe lakhon salam. Subhanallah. He says, the helper of all creation, Khalq ke daad ras, the helper of all creation, sab ke faryad ras, the answerer of all pleas, kahfe roze musibat pe lakhon salam, upon the day of difficulties, sole sanctuary, a multitude of salam. Respected viewers of Madani Channel, no doubt Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's that is helper of all the creation, and he is the answer of all those who plead in the court of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. How beautifully Allah writes, Faryad ummati jo kare hale zar mein mumkin nahi ke khair bashar ko khabar na ho. Respected viewers, the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam is the helper of the whole of Allah's creation, the answer of their pleas in times of distress, and source of refuge on the day of judgment. Respected viewers, let me share a beautiful account which mentions the status of Mustafa Kareem alayhi salatu wasalam and how he would help. Allahu Akbar. Abu Nu'aym narrates that one man from a tribe came to Makkah to sell a camel. Abu Jahl purchased the camel from him but refused to pay him the money. In despair, the man came to the haram of the Kaaba and pleaded with the Quraysh to help him, complaining that he was a poor traveler and asking someone to get his money from Abu Hakam, Abu Jahl meaning. The people told him to go to the man sitting in the corner by himself, i.e. to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The man went to him and he replied, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, let's go. As they left, another man followed them to witness the spectacle. When they reached Abu Jahl's door, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam knocked on it. A voice asked, who was it? And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As soon as he heard the name, Abu Jahl's complexions changed and he immediately came out. The Prophet ﷺ ordered, give this man his due. He said he would do so immediately and handed over the money. When the man who had followed them reported back, he said that something strange had happened. When the door was knocked, Abu Jahl came to the door as if his soul had left him and immediately handed over the money. Allahu Akbar. After a while, Abu Jahl himself went to Haram and was asked about it, at which point he explained, when he knocked on the door, his awe overwhelmed me, meaning Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam's awe overwhelmed me and compelled me to accept his demand. Allahu Akbar. It is noteworthy that the Prophet ﷺ did not care who he had to visit in order to answer the man's plea. Even if it was his extremist of the enemies who was unlikely to accept his demand, he ﷺ still answered the call of the poor traveler and helped him. The court not only heard and responded to the pleas of humans, respective viewers, but placed its hands of kindness over every being. Let me share another beautiful account with regards of help of Mustafa Kareem alayhi salatu wassalam. Sabke faryad ras. Allahu Akbar. Sayyidina Zayd bin Arqam narrates that he was with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when they passed by a Bedouin hunting ground where a deer was being kept in a net after having been caught. When the deer saw the Prophet ﷺ, it called out to him, Ya Rasulullah, Allahu Akbar, this Bedouin has captured me, but I have children whom I suckle, and my children will now be hungry. Tell the hunter to allow me to go and feed them, and I will return. Rasulullah ﷺ is understanding the language of that deer. The Prophet ﷺ asked, and if you do not return? She replied, if I do not return, then may Allah's la'na be upon me. like it is upon the one before whom your name is mentioned, and he does not send blessings upon you. Allahu Akbar. The Prophet ﷺ said to the hunter, let her go, I am the guarantor. The deer went and returned soon after feeding her children. The Prophet ﷺ then asked the hunter, will you not sell her to me? The Bedouin said, I will give her to you. The Prophet ﷺ then set her free. Allahu Akbar. Not only helped her, but then set her free too. Khalq ke daad ras, sab ke faryad ras. Kahf roze musibat bilakho salam. This is the Zat of Mustafa Kareem alayhi salatu wassalam. And there are many other narrations when Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam not only helped humans, but even to the animals. And Allah Zatari Rahmatur Rahman is talking about Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's attribute, being helper and the one who listens, please, of those they are in need. Allahu Akbar. And on the day of judgment, when people will be in need, yes, my dear Islamic brothers, sinners like us, Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam will help them. And Allah rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi is also talking about that roze musibat, that day of difficulty when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam will help. On the day of Qiyamah, he will be the refuge of every human being. On the day, his help will be ever present at every trial and tribulation. His hands will be there to help, insha'Allah Azza wa Jal. It is said about Sayyidina Anas that he sought the promise of intercession from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After the Prophet promised it to him, he asked, where will I look for you? Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, first look for me at Sirat bridge. He asked, if I do not meet you at Sirat, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, then seek me at Mizan scale. He then asked, if I do not meet you at the Mizan, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, then seek me at the fountain, for those there are the most challenging places. Respected viewers of Madani Channel, this is the Zat of Aka Kareem alayhi salatu wasalam, helping people, helping animals, helping every being in this world, not only in this world, but hereafter too, at various places. This one personality will be helping. And Allah writes, क्या ही ज़ौक़ अफ़ज़ा शफ़ाअत है तुम्हारी, वाह वाह कर्ज लेती है गुनाह परहेज़गारी, वाह वाह सुनते हैं कि महशर में सिर्फ उनकी रसाई है, गर उनकी रसाई है लो जब तो बन आई है, और मतला में ये क्या शक था, वल्लाह रज़ा वल्लाह सिर्फ उनकी रसाई है, सिर्फ उनकी रसाई है. Only access the one possesses in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the Zat of Mustafa Kareem alayhi salatu wasalam. And this is what Allah Hazrat is writing here. Khalq ke दाद रस सब के फरियाद रस कहफे रोजे मुसीबत बिल्लाखों सलाम.
खल्क के दाद रस सब के फरियाद रस, खल्क के दाद रस सब के फरियाद रस, सबके फरियाद रस, कहफ़े रोज़े मुसीबत पे लाखों सलाम, मुस्तफ़ा जाने रहमत पे लाखों सलाम, शमाए बज़ में हिदायत पे लाखों सलाम, शमाए बज़ में हिदायत पे लाखों सलाम.
We love Madani Channel, we love Madani Channel, we love Madani Channel.